Hello, this is Mary Rogers, and today we're going to give a little instruction on how to use the RFID screen to reconcile a cycle count. So we're in work queue now. We're going to go to the RFID screen, and we're going to use this screen here to find a part. So let's go ahead and take a look at our cycle count. My cycle count here is just a quick screenshot. We're going to look at this 1505 GTY FYG that we're +1 on, okay? So we're going to use that screen that we just looked at, the RFID screen. We're going to put in our branch, and I'm going to go ahead and put in that 1505, and again it was a GTY. It was an FYG, so we're going to go down to that. And we're just going to click on Find Tags. From here, I'm going to scroll over here in the snapshot ID. That's going to be our cycle count we're working on. I just want to sort by the snapshot ID. This 21342 is the cycle we were just working on. Now if you go over to the disposition, you'll notice most of these are all POs except for this little bugger right here. Now that's in order. The fact that it's showing up on this cycle is of concern because that should be either at a customer or it came back on a return and was not scanned in with a pen but rather done manually. So I'm going to copy that out, Control C. We're going to go into General Work Viewer. You could also do this in Open Orders, but we're going to use General Work Viewer for this example. I'm just going to paste that in. We're going to go ahead and hit search. So this is from Glass Dr. Wenatchee, and it was posted on 9/25. So we know who the customer is. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a Z here and put in my branch. Oops. And I'm going to put in that 1505 here real quick. It was an FYG. And what we're looking for is to see, oops, I need to change the date here. We're going to see if that came back for Glass Doctor. So we have this one here that was done, sorry, 11/12. That one's actually my fix, so I'll show you that in a second. But a credit was not written against this before I had fixed it on 11/12 when I did the cycle count. So we know that it came back, or chances are it came back with a driver and shouldn't have. So the next thing I would do from there is I'm going to go into my email, and I'm going to go into my RFID file. I've kept all my error reports. So I'm going to put in DW1505 and in my search, and you'll notice I have to put that 0, and I'm going to hit enter. Now Glass Dr. Wenatchee is on our Wenatchee run. So I'm going to not worry about all these other ones, but I'm looking for Wenatchee. And see, I have one here, so I might pull that one up and take a look at what it has to say. Okay, so I have a 1505 that came back on the truck, and that's actually Glass Doctor's account number there. And it says unexpected product found on truck. So now I have an error report specific to that customer. And if you look at this RFID tag here, and you go back into your work queue, you'll notice, if you can scroll this over a little bit here, that RFID tag matches specifically to this order, which again was found on an error report. Oops, right here. So we know there was no credit written. We also know that my error report shows that the part should have not come back here, but it did, and that wasn't managed appropriately when scanned back in. So I've now found the reason why that part is back here, and I'm +1, right? So I'm going to take this Z ticket just to show you what I did to fix that. So now it becomes a fixable item rather than a hit on your cycle count. So I'm just going to go into the open order to show you the notes that I worked on. Okay, so cycle count found, part tied to this DR that we found, and I've also found it on error report, so I have fixed that. Outside of my cycle count was because we found the reason, right, and we owed the customer a credit on that. So that is one example of how you can use this RFID screen to find a part. You will need to set up a dedicated file for your error reports and create a rule so that the error reports will easily dump into that file so that you can use that search. I use it all the time. I'll give you just another quick look at that. So I have it set up under RFID. and I tag all of my error reports there. I also have our CSRs make note, I'll open one here, of how they fixed it, so I have track of that part. And this one, they missed it. See here, she missed it, that it should have been caught. So close that out. And I went ahead and emailed my fix so that I have record of that too. And I just keep that in a folder, and then again, I use it all the time to find things, either plus or minuses. So hopefully that helps. I might show you another example here shortly. If you have more questions, certainly you can email me or give me a call.